This is the burning issue on the happy world of 5FM radio, bringing you hot, smoldering topics on a weekly basis. Your participation is important.
Thank you very much, and we appreciate that you found time to join us today for yet another edition of the burning issue. This is the Thursday edition, and we are grateful that we are here. And we will have a good conversation, I presume. And of course, we will be giving you, our listener, an opportunity to call in later on and participate in our conversation. I'm your host, Zachariah Banda. Now, don't forget that we are not only live here in Lusaka on 89.9, but we are also live on our many other partner radio stations. First and foremost, let me sincerely apologize for starting the program slightly late. This was due to circumstances beyond our guest's control. However, he is here and we are good to go. Let me make mention that, as I was earlier saying, we are live on many other partner radio stations. We are live as the entire Eastern Province, if I'm to say 103.3 FM. And we are here 9 and of course catching the surrounding areas as well. In Kabwe, we are live and covering the rest of the Central Province on Spice FM on 91.1. Don't forget, we are also live on ZFM in Kapiri, and that is on 100.3 FM. Copper Belt is well covered. We are live in Ndola on Platinum Radio, that is on 99.7, covering the rest of the Copper Belt, yes, and iWave FM in Chingola as well, covering the rest of the Copper Belt on 90.1. Up north, we are live on Tuta FM, and Tuta FM is in Mansa to be precise, but covering Wapula Province on 90.7 FM. And of course, last but not the least, is Mchinga Radio on 88.1 FM. And Chinga Radio is in Chinsali. We are very grateful that you are carrying this program live on your various platforms. Let me also say that I was missing in action for the Tuesday edition, but I'm grateful that Lance was able to sit in for me. And it's good to be back, and good to be back for good. All right. So my guest today is Mr. Robert Chikwelete. He is the Vice President of the Economic Front Party. And it's always a pleasure to have you in studio, and welcome to the program.
Thank you, Zax, and thank you, listeners out there. And I must, Zax, I must apologize.
Indeed.
You know, I live in Chongwe.
Yeah. Okay.
At the farm. So
yeah. So it took forever to get here, right?
Yes. Traffic.
And a lot of traffic.
Yes.
It's understood.
Somewhere around State Lodge Junction there, until up to here in Cairo Road.
I know.
It's all traffic.
I know. So I know that route very well.
I'm very sorry about this.
I understand. We understand. Thank you for coming. Now, there's something that I picked out on Facebook. All right. And this was written by your president, Mr. Winter Kabimba, ODS SC. He wrote something about you, and this is where we will have to start from, because then we would like to know more about you. This is what he wrote on his Facebook page, and I quote: "We all need a Chikwelete in our lives. Someone who believes in your vision, stands by you when others walk away, and pushes you to keep steering the boat. I am truly blessed to have many Chikweletes in my life." Now, who are you?
Thank you very much. Like you've heard, my name is Chikwelete Robert, and I'm the Vice President in the Economic Front, where Comrade Winter Kabimba is the President.
Right.
Yes, indeed. You know, there's a mistake that we make as politicians. Let me start by what you've picked from the Facebook.
Right.
You know, you can't do politics with people you don't know. That's the mistake we make. You have to know the people that you're working with and understand them. This is why you've seen that in many cases we've got politicians here in Zambia that are jumping from one political party to another political party. Why? Because they don't know the vision of their leader, of the political party they join, and they don't believe in that leader. They just hear the Chimwera kind of arrangement and join a political party. After 2, 3, 6 months, you hear them resign and join another political party. And I'm sure you've seen many of such politicians in our country. So yes, indeed, he's right. The other thing is that when you get that vision of your leader, you have to bite into it. Okay? And loyalty is one other thing that makes you grow and prosper in politics.
Now, tell us about your political history. When did you join politics and why?
I joined politics, active politics, in 1990, somewhere around 1998. By then, I was staying in Matero.
Okay.
And I was working for a company called UNIP, a UNIP company called Sopelak, the ones that sell, they used to sell boogerfish, if you remember.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
And while I was working for Sopelak.
So that was a UNIP company?
Yes.
A political party company?
Yes.
Not a government institution?
No.
Owned by the party?
Owned by UNIP.
Okay.
You know, UNIP had a lot of companies. That's one political party in this country that had a lot of us, and I'm sure there are still
a number of them. Yes,
that are lying about.
That's right.
You remember there used to be the national holdings. They had a lot of companies. Even I remember when I was young in the Copper Belt, there were some companies that were owned by UNIP.
That's right.
And I was working for Sopelak
at
that time.
Yeah.
And then I started meeting a lot of politicians that used to come through
to buy the fish. Yeah.
And everything was about politics. Every time they come, they were talking about politics and the stuff.
Right.
That's what made me start thinking of joining politics. And in 1998, I met Mr. Kavaye, Chance Kavaye.
Yes.
In Matero. And we had a chat with one lady I remember by the name of Banamwansa. She's late, that lady. She kept on knocking on me. She said, no, you have to stand as a councillor. You are one of the people that we found that has not been in so many political parties and has a clean record. So I said, who am I, Mama? Where do we start from? First, she recruited me at ward level, and I remember I was the treasurer at that time. And we started mobilizing the party together with herself and the Honorable Kavaye. And then in December, I remember the same lady coming and asked me to apply to stand as a councillor in Matero, main Matero ward. And I did that, our interviews, and I was picked. I was adopted by the FDD party, which was led by the late General Christon Kimbo. And I think that's where I started politics from. And then we went into the campaign. Remember, MMD was well organized,
Absolutely.
very strong political party with very strong structures. But I managed to win.
As a councillor?
As a councillor.
On FDD?
On FDD. And I won a very, very popular man. He's also late. My brother Kunda. He was a weightlifter. He was one in Lusaka.
Right.
And I won those elections and became a councillor in 2007. I completed my term 5 years term in Matelo.
Did you also win the parliamentary at that time? Because
I did attempt.
in terms of the time you were a councillor,
Yes.
Chance Kabaya was aspiring for
Yes, we won.
for member of parliament, and I
Yes.
remember that Chance Kabaya was member of parliament.
Was member of parliament. We won the whole seats. The whole we lost one seat went to two of them went to MMD.
Right.
The rest were FDD.
Right.
And I did my first term in Lusaka City Council, and in 2001,
yeah,
I contested. Yes, I contested as member of parliament. I tried in Chitambo constituency.
Is it?
Yes.
Why?
Why
leave Matelo and go to Chitambo?
That's where I come from.
Okay.
That's where I come from. And what happened at that time is that before, actually, a year before I finished my term
as a councillor, yeah,
under FDD,
right,
I started crossing over to Patriotic Front. Why? I again met a man that impressed me, a Mr. Sata. I listened to his politics, the way he was coming out, and I said, wow, I think with the experience that I've
gotten so
from
far,
the council, I can also try and contest as a member of parliament in Chitambo constituency. And that's where I come from.
Okay.
So Mr. Sata said, yes, why not? I need young men like you. I think you can give it a try. And that's how I went to Chitambo constituency and stood.
And you were adopted by this?
I was adopted.
Okay.
It was yet another battle there. Yeah. I met a very strong
candidate
there by the name of Amir, Asian.
Yes. I remember him.
Yes.
Yeah.
That man bruised me. I was tossed around and I lost the elections.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot from that election.
Okay.
And came back. Mr. Sata me, remember him inviting me at his residence. And then he said, please, to remain focused. And I'm happy with the fight that you put up in Chitambo. And then he said to me, look, we have a challenge in the council, and you've got experience. And that's when he expelled the mayor councillor and the mayor, Susan Nakazo. Yes. And he says to me, I want you to go and stand as a councillor in Chawama. And by then, I had some business that I was doing in Chawama.
Right.
So I said, wow, thank you very much, Mr. President, but I can't say yes and I can't say no right now. You've ambushed me. Let me go and sit with my family, consult, and hear what advice they are going to give me. That's how I went home. I sat with my wife. I said, look, this is the proposal that has from Mr. Sata. My wife says, look, you are from spending. You spend a lot in
Chitambo, yeah.
And again, you're talking about getting into
spending mode, yeah.
Listen, it doesn't matter. Let me get some more experience. And my wife said, okay, we'll support you. You can go ahead. That's how I went, got adopted. Of course, it was a process. And I was adopted.
For Chawama?
For Chawama, Wadi 3.
Right.
That's John Howard.
Right.
We went into that campaign. It was tight. MMD threw in everything. And again, by the grace of the Lord, I won. the seat. And after winning, Mr. Sata again invited me at his office and he said to me, look, you've gone back to the council. There's I'm lacking some leadership there. And there are no politics that your friends are playing there. So I want you to go there, go work with your friends, and I want to see the party move at the council level. That's how I found my members again. Until we had some mayoral elections.
Yeah.
And again, Mr. Sata said, you are my candidate. Politics being what they are, of course, my colleagues, some of them could not take the directive of the party and stood against me. Okay?
Because at the time, voting was amongst the councillors.
Yes, amongst us
You
councillors.
voted to pick him. Yeah.
Yeah, so there were 33 councillors plus the 7 members of parliament.
Okay.
And I can tell you it was very funny because I remember some the members of parliament from Patriotic Front had a different candidate. I remember my sister.
Was it? Yeah, because those were rebels, right?
Yes, Faustina Sinyangwe and others. They had their own candidate by the name of Museska, Councillor Museska. So it was heavily contested again. And then we also had a few UPND councillors in the chambers.
Absolutely.
So it was a battle. I can tell you I won by 1 vote. That's what split the two of us. That's Museska and myself. So I became mayor
of Lusaka.
Yes. And that time, the term was 2 years, is it? Yes. Yes. And then we had some wrangles. I remember Minister, the late Tentamashimba, could not install me. Basata sued him. It went to court. He lost. And court ruled that I be installed. That's how he came and installed me. And it dragged on. I know. So that chewed into my time. A lot of months. And by the time I was settling, I think it was about only three months remaining.
Shame.
And again, I was re-elected. It was because it was a year. The term was a 1 year.
Because at the time, Teta Mashimba was minister local government. And under MMD at the time.
Exactly.
So they were really squeezing you.
Yes, politics were at play.
Of course. And he was a tough guy also.
Yes, and this is why today, Zax, I can tell you, if you are a politician and don't go through such challenges, you don't call yourself a politician. I've seen people that just come from nowhere and they start calling themselves a politician, what give themselves. But you have to be tested. And that's what we call politics. And you have to understand, you lose, go reorganize yourself, stand up and start fighting again.
That's right.
I've gone through that. And that's how I served the second term and completed my 2 terms as the mayor of the city by that time.
Wow.
Yes, and
there's no mention of Winter Kabimba though in this whole process to the point of mayor. Where was he in your life?
He was the Secretary General. And
I remember.
This is the time I met him. Because I remember, being opposition mayor, there were a lot of politics at play in my office.
Yeah, because you must fail.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of guidance from Mr. Kabimba. And sometimes, at some point, I even felt like these people talk about this man being cruel and stuff, bad person. But with me, we got along. I think what the man needs from someone, you just have to be honest. 1, 2, you have to be hardworking. Then you see Winter being your friend.
The only time I remember Winter showing it in public showing his confidence in you in public was when he appointed you. Is it district chairman? Lusaka district chairman?
No, it was Mr. Sata. And that's where I had a beef with Mr. Kabimba. Because Mr. Kabimba wanted Goodson Banda to be district chairman.
Okay.
And Mr. Sata came publicly, and I can tell you that day I didn't even know that he was going to appoint me, because I'd gone for a rally and had no idea of what was happening. And he just gets to the podium and he says, "But Chikwelete barikwe." And the people started looking for me and they said, "Hey, but Chikwelete,
But that time,
the president wants you."
That time, PF was in government, no?
No. In opposition. No.
No, it was in government. Yes.
Yeah, right.
It was in government at the time. Yeah.
And when I went up there, he just said, "Aba niba Chikwelete district chairman."
Lusaka province. I mean, Lusaka district.
And he gives me the mic and say, "Greet the people." So I can tell you, it was something that I didn't expect. And I said, "But Basata, what is this?" And yes, I greeted everyone. And I remember asking Mr. Sata that we go for elections. At the time, I was greeting the crowd, and we left. Next, the fight started. Now, I want to say something here. At that point, I didn't know that Mr. Kabimba had
his
own problems. People were against him in the party.
I remember that.
People were fighting in the party.
Yeah.
And you know how it was like I said, the area on Chimuela, kind of where you just follow blindly.
That's right.
And it happened to me. And people came, no. Mr. Kabimba is the one fighting you, that you don't become
the district chair. Yeah.
And you see, we tell you, Chikwelete, that this man is a bad man. And this is the man you're always talking to. This is the man you're always running to. What? So I sat back. I said, "But what wrong have I done to Mr. Kabimba to do this to me?" And you know the way things happened that time, it was the propaganda was spreading very, very fast.
Yeah.
To an extent that I didn't even have time to sit and talk to Mr. Kabimba. It was just like I get to the radio station, I denounce him, and the things that I did not even understand. Well, this I have to confess.
So people used you to hate.
Exactly.
To hate Kabimba.
There was division
in
the party. There was serious division in the party. And to cut the story short, I remember I was home around 20 years. One lawyer came to my house and hooted. And my brother-in-law went to open the gate and said, this man was introduced himself as a lawyer and he wants to talk to you. And I knew that person. I don't want to mention his name.
Okay.
I came out and we met, and he said, "I want to talk to you in front of your wife." And he came into the house and he said, "But I've come to tell you that you are fighting an innocent person. And what I want you is to go with me and meet him so that you can talk as men." So that didn't go well with my wife. My wife said, No, you can't take him this time. This is late. And I said to my wife, I said, "Look, I think it's important that I meet this man." So I had two brother-in-laws in the house and my brother, who I said they have to accompany me. And that's how we went and met him in his office at night. And he said to me, "I'm going to record this conversation. And you can also record what we are going to discuss here." And I remember there was one reporter from the Post newspaper that was present. And we we started. He asked me, why are we fighting? And I explained to him of what was happening. I can tell you, Zax, Mr. Kabimba just said, all that you have said is true. I've heard. People, one, are using my name out there. Two, people are saying things that I don't even know about. And that's how we reconciled with Mr. Kabimba. From that day, I got back into the party, and I was serving as the constituency chairman in Chawama. Then he also now fused me in the mobilization team. So whenever he went, I was with him in the entourage.
Yeah.
Even when he was getting fired.
Yeah, because now things got bad.
Yes.
For both of you.
Yes. Now people are saying, oh, Chikwelete, Wakwa Winter, you know that language.
Yes, yes.
And wherever you go, they will boo you and stuff like that. So he said, well, there's a by-election. I remember it was in Zambezi, Northwestern. And we went to drum up support for Honorable Ngimbo. And
yeah, because that must have that felt vacant because of the demise of Denamashmeno.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And from what else there? After we did some campaign, and then he said, let's go back, let's go to Solwezi, because there were 2 by-elections. Even in Solwezi, there was one.
Yes.
So we drove to Solwezi. In the morning, we woke up, we went for the first rally. When we went back to the base for lunch, we received the information that he's been fired as a minister
and secretary
and the secretary general of the party. But he was not fired as a member of parliament. Mr. Saturday said he remains in parliament.
Yeah, as a nominated
as
MP.
A nominated
yes,
member of
yes.
parliament. Yeah. So it was bad that day. It came so sudden. We drove the whole night to get into Lusaka. When I got home, I found confusion in the whole city.
Yeah, because there were because cadres had gone on the street jubilating.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And to tell you, Zax, it pained me. I felt so bad. I drove to his residence. I found him seated under the tree. And we started chatting. And he told me, no, I'm resigning from the party. And I'm also going to ask Mr. Sata to revoke my appointment as nominated member of parliament. I tried to stop him. I said, sir, don't. He said, no. Listen, Chikwelete, let me give them this party. Let them get everything of what they want. And when he said that to me, I said, well, why should I remain in the party where I have no friends? The only friend, the person that I believe in, has resigned. So why should I do politics with people I don't know? I said to myself, no. I should also now leave this party. That's how I also resigned from the PF. I wrote my resignation letter, which I even distributed to all media houses. That's how I left also.
And at the time when all that was happening, the president then, Sata, was ill.
Yeah. That's what makes things difficult. He was actually ill to the point that you can't put up an appointment and go and see him and talk to him. It was very, very difficult. The party was being now run by mafias, I can call them. And
because so when he was fired as Secretary General and Minister of Justice, that's when Edgar Lungu was appointed Secretary General and Minister of Justice.
Exactly. So we resigned. Mr. Kabimba resigned, And I remember after my resignation, I was with him at his house. I even helped him pack. He drove to the farm. He said, "Let me go and sit at the
Was
farm."
he in a
and
ministerial
feed."
house at the time? No.
No, no, no.
Okay.
Mr. Kabimba refused to move into a ministerial
Okay.
house.
Right.
He was staying in his own house, and he left. And I also just went home and stayed back. A lot of things happened. He came back from the farm. He called me. He said, "I'm back. Can you come home in the morning?" And when I went home, I found a lot of PF members who were pursuing him to form a political party. Some of them are still in PF, some left PF, they're in other political parties. I remember my sister Abia Minyonshi, the lady called Dibana Sense, all those were strong members of PF and the founder. They were all camped at his house. I said, "Look, this is what these people come to ask me to do. So what do we do?" I said, we are politicians. We can't just sit like this. We have to participate in the politics of our country. So he says, "I think you're right." So I said, "So let's form a political party." That's how we sat and formed a party called the
Rainbow Party. Yeah.
And immediately he appointed me as the national mobilization coordinator of the Rainbow Party. And that's where I started rising in the political positions.
Yeah.
Yes.
And today it's Economic Front Party.
We change again. We change politics being what it is again. Working with people that you don't know. Some colleagues of ours that joined the party had an agenda, okay, which me and Mr. Kabimba didn't know. We only came to know that we are working with the wrong colleagues late. And yeah, it was very unfortunate.
I remember
that we had to
I think you went to court eventually.
Yes, went to court. All those things happened, and we changed now. And that when we met as the Rainbow Party, what we started, the feedback that we started getting from, I think I must mention this, from the people that were supporting us, is that, look, when you go to Google, you Google the name Rainbow, what comes first is something to do with the LGBT.
Yeah.
And the Rainbow Party comes Pansi Baja. So we said this thing
will affect us.
It will affect us. In fact, people started calling us as people that promote
gayism
in the country, and that's how we said, no, let's sit down and look for another name. Then we changed now the name to the Economic Front that we are now.
Right. Due to time, in the interest of time, let's get back to let's now come to the current situation. I think that the last time I hosted President Winter Kabimba here, there was talk around the Economic Front Party intending to work together with the UPND alliance. And at the time, I think things had not been formalized, but you had declared intention to work because you feel that your participation, especially in the area of the fight against corruption, will help the current government attain development, because then development, and economic development for that matter, cannot be achieved if corruption is not fought. And that was the agenda of Economic Front, getting into the alliance with the UPND. Much as at the time we spoke, it was not confirmed. I would like to know what the status is now. Is this an official alliance, or we are still waiting for that moment when it will officially be announced?
The answer is that up to now, it's not official. That's what I can say here. Why? Announcements were made.
Right.
right? And like you've correctly put it, why we joined the alliance is what we saw from President Hakainde Hichilema, the fight against corruption. We saw people arrested. We saw people being sent to jail. And we said, wow, I think now we have a leader that is going to shape the economy of our nation. But we are worried as economic front. We believe in joining something that is which has some kind of literature. Okay, we should do. We are supposed to be given a document which we are supposed to document that is binding. That's giving guide of what we are getting into. We have to know.
An MOU of some sort?
Exactly. Not only an MOU, we also there was supposed to be also some kind of a constitution, something like that for the alliance. We have to understand what is it that we've seen a lot of alliances in this nation and they have failed. Why? Because from the beginning we rush into something without understanding what we are getting into. Okay, and we have been waiting to be availed with that guide so that we can understand it and also say, okay, fine, let's now sign the MOU. The MOU, quite okay, was drafted. Okay, we drafted one. We took to them. They also did. We said, okay, let's alter here and there, and that's where things have ended. And yeah, that's where we are today.
Wow, interesting. Because my question next was, because I'm curious why it has taken long after the announcement that you intend to join the alliance, and to hear today that Economic Front and the UPND alliance are not yet officially alliance members or partners.
We haven't signed anything, but that is binding.
Why do you think it's taking long? Could your document be leaving the other parties uncomfortable?
Maybe, but what I expected from our colleagues
is response.
Exactly. They're supposed to call us and say, can we now sit? But they've gone quiet. And we are a political party. We have to mobilize the party. We have to move forward.
What if you are in a position to share, what exactly was your proposals in the document?
There's no, if you should invite.
Are you making demands?
No, there are no demands that we have advanced as a party. And that decision didn't come from Mr. Kabimba alone or from the two of us. It was a decision from the Central Committee. We had to call for a Central Committee and we voted. And he said, yes, we can get into the alliance. And again, the other thing I should mention to you is that we are receiving a lot of queries from the members of the party.
Yeah.
In the way the UPND is governing the nation. Okay, there are challenges that and for us, I think maybe I can mention this. Let me take this opportunity to announce that this Saturday we are holding a Central Committee
meeting,
and on the agenda, the same alliance issue is there. We're going to discuss it.
Wow. Now let's come down to the UPND and how they are governing this country. What are some of the issues coming from your members, concerns that your members have raised?
There are concerns. There are concerns that are coming from not only our members, but across the nation. Okay?
Okay.
There are economic issues. Okay? the living conditions of a poor Zambian has become very, very harsh. Okay, the price of a bag of meal is something that
So generally, cost
ordinary
of living
person,
is an issue.
yes, the road shedding. You know, I live at the farm. If you check my page, just on Farmers Day, I took some pictures around the farm and I posted on my Facebook. Zach's right now I've 24,000 heads of cabbage that I've grown at the farm. But to water the cabbage is a challenge. I have about 15,000 plants of tomato that I've planted. I have 1 hectare of maize that I have to irrigate. But the challenge that I have is power. Okay? And the president is out there saying you have to be hardworking. Okay? To grow economically. But if we have such challenges as small scale farmers, how are we going to survive? How are we going to reduce the poverty that we are talking about in this nation? So this is not just from me. What about my brothers who are doing who are running a barber shop? What about my sisters that are into a salon? What about those brothers that are into welding? Those that are doing the door frames, window frames, and other things. How are they surviving? Is the government thinking about those things? So these are challenges that if the government can't quickly listen to what people are saying, they'll regret it. Look at PF. PF, you saw the violence that was there, and the people were crying. People were saying, "Please, there is a lot of Kadaism and stuff." They thought they have won and they're in power, and they'll be and they were voted out and voted in UPND. So this is a big cry out there. Abantu barelila abantu. In Sala, the Sala Badelandapo Abantu, it's not that they can't fend for themselves, but there are conditions that the government has left unchecked. That is contributing to the problems that we have in this nation.
Interesting. Now, with that said, we have elections at almost exactly 1 year from now. Yeah.
Right.
And it is very crucial period if you look at 1 year, and it may not even be 1 year, because by May, the president should be able to dissolve parliament and campaigns kick in. So basically, we are left with about 9 months. Now, let me ask you this question. Next year's election, do you think that we have an election ahead of us that will be highly contested? And if it will be highly contested, who are we looking at in terms of the opposition for us to call it highly contested? If not highly contested, do you think, because there is the talk now that, and the politicians are talking about how it may be impossible for the incumbent to get 50% plus one.
Yes.
Why is that so?
In fact, it will be the first time. I can predict that it will be the first time that we are going to see a runoff in this country. Because I don't see UPND get 50 plus 1% of the vote with the kind of atmosphere that is at play now. things are not okay. You know, Zach, if you want to understand what is happening to the economy of the nation, don't look at the figures and whatever the government is talking about. Get to the people that vote. Go to Kanyama, to Chawama. Go and listen to what they are saying. Secondly, go to rural areas. Go and hear what the people are saying on the ground. The problem a month ago. Two cousins. Why they didn't go to visit our uncle? They said, look, previously we used to pay 50 kwacha from here to where uncle lives, and come back 50 kwacha. So 100 kwacha is something that they could run around and go
And travel.
travel and
Yeah.
go see our sick uncle. But now, where they were paying a 50 kwacha, now they are paying 120 kwacha. So going and come back is about 240 kwacha. Where do you expect a villager to get that kind of money from? These are small things that people are complaining about. Fuel cost has gone high. The bus fares have also gone up. Okay? And the people are complaining. And nothing is coming out from the government. Go to Chawama, the Combone I know very well. Go and ask them what is happening on the ground. They will tell you they now get 1 meal and they don't even know where that meal is coming from in a day. And if they have it, then they are lucky. Go and see the crime rate in those compounds. Go and see what is happening there. So, my appeal, I'm telling you, with the good education policies that I've seen, we've seen now desks they've been done, the CDF, we've seen corruption being fought. What about the people, the ordinary person in this country? Is the government looking to them to see how they are surviving? The problem.
But how then do you react to the fact that the government and the UPND are talking about measures that have been put in place over the last 4 years, economic reforms, and there's all sorts of reforms have been put in place, and they are basically saying, look, come next year, you should begin to see some of those policies or reforms, that they have made come to fruition and be able to be felt on the ground by an ordinary person. What are we talking about? We're talking about the government boasting of having achieved a bumper harvest, and they are saying, look, the buying of maize has started. Definitely, you should be able to see the results of the bumper harvest by having reduced milling meal prices, which some they are making reference to. There are some milling companies that have reduced the milling meal, and they are saying the milling meal price keeps going down. Fuel price is going down. The kwacha against the dollar and other convertibles is stabilizing. So, and when you look at that, you would want to say, well, maybe we are headed somewhere good.
When they say a minimum price has gone down, how much? By how much? That's what we should be asking. And that is just one annoying people. By how much? That's the question. And I'll leave it to them to answer. The price of minimum meal is still unaffordable. People are failing raise the money and buy a bag of minimum meal. That is one. The bumper harvest they are talking about, this is when people are harvesting. Okay? The maize is with the farmers. As I'm talking right now, my boys and girls at the farm are shelling. Right now, as I'm talking. Yesterday, we packed about 97 by 50 kg. And I left them sharing this morning. I don't know how many they'll get. They'll pack today. We haven't even taken my maize to FRIA. Meanwhile, the hunger is still there. That maize, what kuli insala, even if the government buys the maize, are they going to give it for free to all Zambians to rub off the hunger they've gone through for the past 4 years that they have been in power? Okay, I've seen silly things that are happening. What they are calling what is this? Wake
Cash for work.
Cash for work. Zach, again, please move around, go and see the type of work people are doing, and all those are just members of the UPND. You see them, you drive along the road, you see them seated by the side of the road with the slashers that they are working until time to knock off is up, and they go and queue up and they share that money. Members of the party only. Isn't this what we used to see in PF, where they used to sit in bus stops, markets, get illegal levies and share amongst themselves? And isn't this what people were annoyed of and saw PF out? Is the UPND not repeating the same? There are challenges. Njala Iriko. This is August. Zach, don't say May. That's the time politicking will start. Just give it February next year. What will happen? There will be nothing. UPND don't be talking about development anymore. They will be busy campaigning now. Everyone will get back constituents. Everyone will be in a what? So they are only remaining with 6 months to wipe out all what people are complaining about. Is it possible? It's not possible. 4 years, they failed to do that, and to think they will come and do it in 6 months. 6 months from now, everyone will be talking politics. I'll be talking politics. I'll be busy. I'll pick up a constituency. I'll be in that politics, in that constituency, day and night. And they came back, will face me. You think him will sit in the parliament and he concentrate in parliament? He will also be busy trying to check on what will be happening on the ground, because I'll cause problems in that constituency.
Now, the fact that your alliance partnership has taken long to get into the drive. First of all, when the announcement was made, I remember that a lot of Zambians did react differently.
Yes.
They opposed your move
Yes.
to join the alliance, the UPND alliance.
Yes.
And the reason was they felt they had hope in President Winter Kabimba because he was precise, he's disciplined, and he's focused, and he looks like one of those politicians that would be better opposition come next year.
Yes.
And now that the alliance is taken forever, and you have a central committee meeting coming up, are there? I know you can't spill the beans, but is there pressure from the general public and your members on probably getting this whole idea of going into an alliance off your head and run for an election next year?
The pressure is there. And the pressure that is there, I will tell you, is what you've just said. People have realized. People are saying, Winter, you are the right person we want. And we are not getting anything. We can't see your direction clearly because of this thing that you have gotten into. So give us a clear
direction
so that we know what to do. That pressure is there. If UPND are and then we would have known as a party, even our would have known how to speak to to our followers, people that believe in him. But as it is, it's unfair for us. It's unfair for us that we are not telling our supporters, people that believe in us, what our direction is. So, again, the leadership of the party, members of Central Committee, we'll be meeting on Saturday.
To respond to the pressure.
We will respond, and we have to hear from them. You know, in EF, one thing is that we don't impose anything on the party. The party will tell us. You know, we have 10 provinces. The provincial chairman, the chair lady, the youth chairman of the province, from the 10 of them are all coming in for that meeting. So they will tell us each province will tell us what is obtaining on the ground politically. And they'll give us directions. Once they give us direction, we have to nod. And we'll come back here and announce that these are the resolutions from the Central Committee meeting. Right. That's how we operate in the Economic Front Party.
Interesting. Now, allow me to invite our listeners and call in and interact with you because it is important. So thank you very much. Mr. Robert Chikwelete is this morning. He is the vice president of the Economic Front Party. And we started off, obviously, with a bit of history around how his politics started and what he has been in the game of politics. Here we are now. Our listener, the number that you are calling us on is 0955-221515. We have a call here. Let's pick this one. Good morning.
Francis Mumbi is
Francis Mumbi.
Francis Mumbi, yes, please.
Yes.
Yes. Good morning to our guests there. Good morning. Yes. Quickly. According to my conspectus of the issue, first and foremost, I want to say one thing here, and I hope our Winter Kabimba is listening. You know, our Winter Kabimba is one person who gave us a lot of hope, especially in this tenure of the UPND government. At the beginning, they came up very well. As an opposition leader, somebody was trying to give checks and balances, make the government work, because with a strong opposition, it makes the government of the day work. In a situation where right now, you go and join a company, it's not then where they give you answers and they say, you have to go on probation. They should see where you're coming from. Because there you come to find a month before, for example, a EF party joined UPND. The president was busy attacking the UPND, attacking their policies here and there. And then after now coming together, not forming alliance, suddenly, Winter Kabimba, to my disappointment, he flip-flopped. He started looking at the opposition. He has nothing. And the UPND was everything. President Hakainde Chirema here and there. No, give them just this and that. At the end of the day, even them, the human beings, they are think tanks. They look at you to say, this man is consistent in being inconsistent. Already he started attacking his friends when he was attacking us just a month ago. And then we allowed him to come there and then. This is where the issue is. So don't get surprised at Chikwelete why they're not answered you. There are others within UPND. They are doubts. I think they are doubting you or doubting the president as a party because he was literally attacking UPND before he joined that alliance thing. And most of the leaders, they do just that. But at the end of the day, what I would advise you is, you would have done well, and you need a lot of work to do. Because right now, believe you me, I used to be a fan, but to follow whenever there's a program concerning Winter Kabimba. I mean, he spoke very well for the country, did things here and there, but this time around, he needs to build that confidence. I hardly want to hear him speaking these days, simply because of the move that he took. And for me, I feel that inconsistency that he has, like I'm saying, he's consistent in being inconsistent. So, Honorable Winter Kabimba, you need to pull up your socks, do what is correct. Where do you stand? What do you want? What was the agenda in going in that party? And that is what they are scrutinizing you for. UPND now is studying you to say, okay, there's some UPF, Achokam PF, who was attacking PF, he did this, he went, now he's down here. When you want our position now, our president maybe haven't done well, at the end of the day, they are scared of you. So the earlier you realize, the better you do the damage control you pose on yourself. You're doing so well when you're standing on your own, when you're in opposition, then come and join at a critical part, because it would have been more, as I conclude, you would have more say, more leeway to do things if you had joined them when they were still in opposition, like the way them parties did. Now, when they're in government, Others will change at those we are looking at, all of us are looking at, including myself. I'm looking at the EF party to be a party that has moved there because now you want the benefits of being in government. So please, you do what is correct. You damage the party the way whoever advised him to join the alliance talk of now. I think made the mistake, even the way it came out. A month after attacking UPND, you come back now, no opposition, this and that, no president, nothing is done very well. Meanwhile, a month ago, there were certain clips, he was talking decisively against the government. But all of a sudden, he wanted to change his tongue. We don't need such politicians in this country. Otherwise, he's a very good man. I love him so much, but they take I'm telling you the truth, the way things are, and they have been talking on the ground. Others are scared to come on radio. I've told you as EF party, take an introspective, even if you hold your convention over the weekend or whatever meeting you're having, please know that you made a very big mistake. And most of them are not with the way you did things. And the UPND, they put you on probation. Whether it's 2 years probation, you have to wait. Maybe even after elections, they can consider you after 2026 election. They can still consider you to join the alliance after 2026. There's no harm. But
Thank you.
Ask you to open your eyes.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Francis. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. Let me take some more on 0955 221515. That's the number you're calling us on. Good morning. Hello. Oswald. Sepiso.
Na ukabwiri wasepiso makabwanja.
Kama kwanga mwenga kama utaona mwamonera maona pada bakuru mwenga bameni bakuru abanangani ba president bandani abameni ba party amene Winter Kabimba tamechirengani cyane tarimo napo ni greediness entinayo ukakura rokutakura sakirando kumunga bafana uta atete mufake program mutani mufana titi musakire tigirizana polisi yalipo atero tifuna kutsita chizati chintu chimozi tifuna kuti Zambia tukuke tinkare bwino tisiye mavuto metipitamo mwange vita bintero machita bintero aita arankara pa moment 2 years bana funo tsita vinano kuti achita vindu afutikira batani bari mukantri mwake bajabantu bake masivu sabalia avutikira anatenga itaka anatake over kuri bazungu but as long as tsita te divide tiambana iyu afuna kukara pa mpando afuna kupanga zina ketipo ni kupanga zina afuna ufate drama pende grade siri uzawina uzankana vindrama bari yo president bari poesi uzankana vindrama vambiri but ukapo zotireka kuti penzeri pana mwase ze vindrama vamena tireka kuti vinasa but on mindset ya meti makamu imu ni wakuru wakumaka maka witika ndezo wanzera kuno but now tibarika japori para ba join aran inapo ya sekonda kuhibe opposition manje utapeza wakufana kwa gatani ndram ngazidi yako ndiye problem tinaite Africanism akusiganiza kuti manje ine nikaenda kumwarira bana vanga saka vasiya party netima tivuta teti gwitika gwidizana vita tenda pemba bonze vita bindira uri kabidizana temeza chamene gatatu na makuyi sangana pa dipangati unit akateti kizati do okay si mavuta madivuta ni bazungu teti gwidizana kekimchimozi Africa zanda pasukwa azali bindira ndakamulekera azali ikwasira Africa zakalemira bazukoza kusenza kuti sabata Africa bazungu kuti bapere kuri kamutenzera isima black teti kivuta so bakubwera bakupaka soka drama akufanya kwa drama sote kwa sira ndio pesa metina menti kwa pasa drama za kutale pati mairo za ngara kwa mavuto tunga
zikoma
marema kwa Africa mkonda mani marema makamba bazo
zikoma Sepiso, thank you very much. Let me take one more and then I can give you an opportunity to respond. Our guest is Mr. Robert Chikwelete. He is Vice President of the Economic Front Party. And let's take this call. Good morning. Now, come on, Elvis.
You never forget this voice,
but this voice keeps forgetting me. But it's okay. Please.
My Honorable Chikwelete, how are you, sir?
My brother Elvis, how are you?
I'm fantastic.
Yes, Bwana.
We know about Chikwelete. You are doing the farming in Namukwata cabbage, Namukwata tomato. This is what we should be promoting. Coming to the issue, Chikwelete.
Yes,
there is no permanent enemy in politics. Just wait. You'll be accepted. And it doesn't mean that when you are in an alliance, then you should stop giving checks and balances.
Mm-hmm.
You are giving checks and balances. And Winter, I've heard him, President Winter, at so many times, giving checks and balances to the UPND.
Exactly.
While you are waiting to sign that alliance with the UPND.
Exactly.
You are giving checks and balances. And you have heard him sometimes so critical of some things which are going on. Like today, you have elaborated the things very well. And this is why Winter and you are different from these other political parties who just want to try and attack the current government when they can't even give solutions. There you are giving solutions. There is President Winter Kabimba. When he's criticizing, he's giving solutions.
Yes.
So there's no permanent enemy in politics. What is needed is to work together and bring peace and harmony and development. The also purpose of you political parties, you are the vehicle of the country to be bringing development to the people. We just go through you. Otherwise, the power is in the people of Zambia. These are the people who have got the power to put you in office or to remove you from office. So what you are saying, Mr. Chikwelete, the history you have given us, how you became mayor, people were fighting you, how you differed with Mr. Winter Kabimba, these are politics. There are so many things which are going on politically within the parties. And this is why parties, some of them have been destroyed. Look at the PF today. It is a shell of itself because of internal wrangles, internal political machinations which have been going there in the political parties. So for me, I think President Winter Kabimba needs to be joining the UPND alliance, although you have not been confirmed. I know one day you are going to be confirmed. You have to work with the government of the day. While you are giving checks and balances, it doesn't mean that you hate that government. You know what you want, as Mr. Winter Kabimba elaborated, the issue of corruption, which was so rampant. This is why you joined the alliance, not to go and benefit, you know. You joined the alliance to fight this corruption which you have been talking about. Bazaki abo jacket lyabwe lyonga tabafuere akuba corruption iyo jacket bazaki nga akuba corruption ku 5FM nga tabalifuere bazaki iyo jacket. So what we need is a consensus and make sure that we work together with the ruling party. The ruling party has done so much. Yes, the economy is not doing well, but bazaki na mumfa ba IMF niba World Bank baba tupera report yesterday. The things are coming to be better next year because this is why you have seen the reduction of fuel, the reduction of meal. We have a bumper harvest. The government has also introduced free education. We have employment in the civil service. So if you say so buteko bwabakainde ekirema nabo bomba kwenda mufintu fimo economy tairi bwino patikaba bwino. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I think I will interact with you in the background.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Elvis. Always a pleasure having you. Let's hear you react. Yeah.
Thank you. I think Elvis has helped me in answering back to, especially my friend, my brother Mumbi, Francis.
Yeah.
But Francis, when you are in an alliance, it is not that you get into an alliance and you say in the Bwana to everything that you discuss in the alliance. I think this is where the mistake is, Zax. The politics that we are playing in this nation are quite dangerous. There's no way you can go, or like in our party, the Economic Front Party, like the meeting we're having Saturday. I'm telling you, it takes us up to maybe 18, 19